Hello to all the amazing YouTube people, Daniel here with another StarSector video. Ships with officers or S mods are almost always recoverable if lost in combat. Some skills and hull mods can also make other ships always recoverable. So this is really important for us. If we put S mods on ships, we will always be able to recover them, albeit we will have to restore them a little bit, but that's fine. Anyhow, let's continue here. Last time we added a lot of drover ships to my fleet. Ninja asked me in the comments, why did I pay a pirate to do this for me? Why didn't I just build them myself? And that's true. Yeah, I got so reliant on pirates, I totally forgot that I can order them here. So let's see, we ordered some drovers, right? Well, I probably can make them. I would be surprised if I can't. So here they are, pretty cheap. But problem is we can only build like 4 per month, so we would have to wait for the fleet. But it's a good point. It's a good point. We would get them much cheaper here. But yeah, I just wanted them ASAP, so that's why I did it. And yeah, in the future I'll try more to build ships on my shipyard when I can. Money is not the problem though, so don't worry too much about that. Anyhow, we are at the point in the game where we just have to wait a little bit to get a whole bunch of cash, so no problem, no at all. Right, so I would like to use these drovers now against the remnants, and then we will go on a story mission. So first of all, let me restore these though. Wait, what? I'm not docked, okay. A little bit hard to restore in space, isn't it? There we go, and let's go. So yeah, so in theory drovers should do really well because they have oh yeah, by the way, just a kind reminder what we are doing here. So the drovers, we put some good fighters on them, some support mods on. So each one has the mod which speeds up the fighter recovery rate when we lose them, and then we have ECM package which reduces the range of enemy weapons, and we also have the nav relay which increases the speed of our ships. And yeah, other than that though, the drovers are only 15 deployment points, so like 7.5 deployment points per a fighter. They have no weapons on their own. Oh, what's this? Ludic Path Church targeting Ludic Church, not Ludic Path Church. Ludic Church targeting Remnant's demise. Fairly strong fleet, but they're outmatched. Remnant's demise, yeah, we have a Star Fortress there, so shouldn't be any issues. That's good. Okay, let's go to Aruk here. But yeah, I would like to see how drovers will fare. Okay, monthly expenses 900,000, probably from my refueling and resupplying. That's okay, that's expected. Next month we're gonna get some nice income, so it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, so we'll have a lot of small craft. We have bombers good against shields, we have bombers good against armor, we have fighters that the remnants themselves are using. So what can possibly go wrong, right? Well, a lot of things actually. If enemy fast craft get engage my drovers, they're gonna pick them up really fast, because well, we have some capacitors, but our fighting capabilities on drovers are really weak. So this is my system here. We can go here, we can change fleet around a little bit if we want to. I'm running 370 fleet now, so my bonuses here are not the best. But that should be well enough, I hope. I was gonna jump here real fast, repair if there's any damage to my fleet. There's not, and we're gonna go off and do some remnants, hopefully. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. Obviously drovers don't have any story points, so from one side they're gonna be weaker, from other side if we lose a whole bunch of them we can easily replace them. So restoring one Aurora is 345,000. So last time we fought remnants we lost 2 Auroras, so I can lose up to, let me see, 12 drovers and still be at positive, as long as I don't lose anything else, that is. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Mining a TN chip income completed. Okay, so here we are in the remnant system. What's that? 27 ships, including 3 big ones. Usually not a huge fan of Radiants. But throwers might be good against them. Actually, no, throwers will suck against Radiants, right? Let's try to get a fight where they don't have like 3 Radiants if possible. Okay, what's that? Oh, that's really good. Hopefully we only fight this one. This would be a nice test for our fleet here. Yeah, indeed. So 2, 4, 5, let's call them battle carriers, and 2, 4, 6 carriers, and then some frigates and stuff. Okay, right. We managed to engage only one of these, so they have 2, 4, 6. Oh, they actually use flash bombers as well. Proximity. Lux heavy fighters, spark interceptors, Lux heavy fighters. Yeah, they're using a healthy mix of ships. I should use like healthy mix of these as well, probably. But like proximity charge launcher, like how useful is that? I don't know. Anyhow, let's transfer the command here. I'm going to be flying my Hyperion here. And I'm gonna go in with my Hyperion. We're gonna bring Ninja and the unnamed dude here. And I think everything else will be throwers. So I think I prefer the longbow kinetic bomber wings. Well, I'm gonna need some sparks, right? So let's bring 2 sparks. Let's bring 1 Trident torpedo bomber and then 2 of these, and we're gonna bring some more in. So first I need to increase my capacity here. So you go there we go, and well, let me try something. Control 1, there we go. Control 2, so 2 goes here, 1 goes there, and I'm gonna try to capture this one. So hopefully after we capture these 3 we get room for 2 more throwers. I would like for throwers to stay together. If they spread out too much, it's gonna be a mess trying to micromanage them. They are carriers, so they shouldn't really like do any crazy things. They just have to stay together and launch the fighters towards enemy ships, and that's about it, and then the fighters will do the rest. Okay. This thing is a bit annoying with the capture point, trying to take it from us, but you will not take it from us. And now, well, the throwers still need to do their job. Okay. And here we are, so we can bring 2 more in now. Good. So I'm gonna mark all of these with 2 for now. I'm not going to give any additional orders. Let's see how the things unfold. So these small fast craft are the bane of throwers, so I'm gonna focus these down mostly. I'm not gonna give orders to my ships unless I absolutely have to. So for now I'm just gonna let my Auroras float here, go in and out, not engage. Now my throwers are starting to do some silly things, so I'm gonna select them all and I'm gonna tell them to come here. So I want them all to aggregate here. I'm gonna remove this this assignment, and I'm gonna remove this assignment here. That way they're gonna come here, and well, they're just gonna stand around here and wait for the enemies to come and then launch a whole bunch of fighters at them. And well, hopefully that works well. We don't need these points anymore too much. Well, some of them are pretty useful, but remnants are stronger than me usually, so like I don't want to do any direct fighting. Oh, we already have some drovers here. That's interesting. Okay, let's go here. So this should be pretty easy, I think. The ship I'm mostly worried about against drovers is the Radiant, really. How my Aurora's doing. This one's fine. This one has a lot of ships on it, but it is retreating. So I should be standing like between my drovers here and the bulk of the enemy fleet. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. This is really good. This Aurora will take that thing down. This Aurora is retreating, so that's good. And yeah, Fulgence class disabled. Oh yeah, that was the one on the left. Oh, look at that. So they will be destroying my fighters rapidly with their fighters as well. But I'm gonna be patient here. Okay, let's take this thing down. I just don't want to let anyone sneak in behind my fleet here. That would be really bad. And there we go. I'm having a hard time taking this thing down. Ooh, that's kind of bad. Okay, Fulgent class destroyed. Okay, so my Auroras are doing a good job for now. So that's nice to see. Okay, this thing is pretty soft, so I'm gonna take it down real fast. It's also slow, so it's gonna be way easier to hit than that small ship I was targeting. Just have to make sure nothing's approaching my drovers yet. If something starts to go near them, I'm gonna tell them to retreat backwards, basically. Okay, that's good. Good. So yeah, now I have a lot of fighters on my side, so enemy ships are like busy handling them, and that's pretty amazing actually. Let's see how long it takes before my fighters start falling off. Well, I would like to take that thing down. Let's see. Okay. Auroras look good. Okay. Well, so far I like what I see. Now, problem with Radiance is that they are super fast, not because they're fast per se, but they have a phase skimmer and they can outpace the drovers, so that's like something I have to be aware of and be careful about. Welcome, my fighters. Thank you for your help. Okay, Aurora. Okay, this thing. Well, enemy carrier shouldn't be able to like threaten my drovers too much. This thing can, but it's pretty slow, so my ships should be able to kite it if they need to. I would kind of like to take this thing down finally, because it is kind of annoying. There we go. Let's check again. Now see, this is what I don't like. These two for some reason are like doing some Rambo stuff, so okay. Aurora here doing okay-ish, not super well. It was fighting this thing though, so that explains it, I guess. Okay, let me sit on this one's behind. Okay, so this one's overloaded, so yeah, it seems like my fighters are doing well. Nothing fell down yet. However, this kind of fight would be super easy for me anyway, because without Radiance on their side, there's not much for me to worry about. It's gonna be a totally different story when we engage Radiance. Trust me on that. There we go. Another one bites the dust. Bam! Okay. These I don't like. So at this point, Radiant would be somewhere around here, blinking into my drovers. I would have to retreat them. It would be such a mess indeed. But at least I see that as long as there is no Radiant on them, they do really well. That's nice to know. There we go. And obviously I'm doing a lot of good work here myself. So this one's fine, this one maybe not. That should be fun to see. It's gonna die before all the ships come there. So let's see. Fighters, it's a bit hard to see. Any chance I can see how's the situation? Not really. But yeah, these numbers are really hard to read. Fighters 36%, combat readiness, I don't know. Combat readiness 80%, there we go. So I told everyone to attack this thing here. So soon hopefully it just blows up. We'll see though. Well, there come the fighters. So this is just some normal fighters. Now come the shield destroyers. I don't see any torpedo bombers though. That's a little bit of a shame. Where are the torpedo bombers? Oh, never mind. These will do. And now hopefully the fighters switch to these. Yeah, my rovers are way under way less pressure than they usually are because well, there's now fighters on both sides, so it's not like it usually is that well, you have to destroy all the fighters before we can do anything. Fighters are actually on our side. Look at that. It's like I don't know, Star Wars. Okay, here come the torpedo bombers. However, problem is this thing has a very good shield, so unless they somehow sync up with the shielders. Oh, drover class disabled. That's not good. Not sure where it happened here. Right, okay, I need to tell all my drovers to like go there. Like to be smart again. So basically by telling them to fight, I kind of messed up their AI, so. I mean, I didn't mess their AI, but they stopped being together. There's a lot of enemy ships here. Whoa. Where do all those come from? Like they have like what, 3 ships here? Where do these fighters come from? That's kind of insane. Okay, I want my Aurora to go for this thing. There we go. And I'm gonna take this thing down. This thing has a lot of fighters in it. Eesh. Yeah, not huge fan of that though. Okay. Okay, now my drover's a little bit better positioned. I have 6 points, so I'm gonna tell them to attack again. I could grab this one. That would be useful. How many ships can you carry, dude? 2 fighter base. It's actually not too bad. However, this thing only costs 12 deployment points. So this thing is basically like a super drover. So we have drovers and they have super drovers. So what's my job? To kill the super drovers, basically. Yeah, but this is pretty much a one fight, and then I'm curious how we're gonna do against Radiance, but I did promise some stories, so that's what we're gonna do next here. Come on, dudes, leave me alone, please. Thank you very much. Just go behind then. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Maybe if I played better, well, surely if I play better, I would not lose. I would not lose that drover, but it's okay. Let's say I'm happy enough, but the one problem I saw is that unsynchronized things. So basically the torpedo bombers did like basically nothing. They launched their torpedoes right into the shield and didn't do anything. Now these are pretty nice. This will totally disable its shields. Maybe I should just go a whole bunch of longbows though, then. Because those will always be good. Okay, pretty much won the fight here. Nice and smooth. Except ninjas dying. Ninja, get the heck away now. Just let me do it, let me do it. Don't bump me to him. Be nice, be nice. There we go. Oof, I almost exploded there. Oof, look at that. Okay, cool, claim victory. Let's difficulty cover for this drover. Okay, I'm not gonna recover it. However, I will grab well, we could grab these super drovers, right? However, we're not gonna have do we really care? This only costs 12 to deploy. Yeah, we should like use a whole bunch of these instead, right? That's actually an interesting idea. I wonder how much they cost to repair. How fast are you? 60. They're pretty slow though. Yeah, these ones are 25, and the problem with these is this is a fighter ship, so it's really important to have a core inside it. While these are just like For this is just important we put a whole bunch of small ships inside. Okay, yeah, let's recover these two. That's gonna be nice. Pick through the wreckage. So we lost a drover and we gained 2 super drovers, right? That's a win for us. We are all with cargo capacity. Let's solve that. There you go. And yeah, it's story time. So happy with how the drovers did. Oh yeah, drovers have this special system. So the drovers have the special system. The reserve deployment deploys replacement fighters that can fight for a short time before returning to the carrier. Can temporarily raise the number of deployed fighters above the maximum wing size. That was pretty good. Not sure what these do. Recall device teleports all fighters back to the carrier, allowing them to be quickly refitted and relaunched. I think this is even better actually. I think that's actually even better. Let me see. So this thing has 70 deployment point ordnance points. This thing has 75 ordnance points. Not too shabby at all. We cannot field too many of those though, because we have a limit of 120. And each one is 12, and if you add some, if you put the cores in them to enhance their abilities, then it's even worse, because, for example, if you put an alpha core in, then each one costs 160, so that's annoying. Right. So right now we are like at limit. Let me just show you what happens. Well, I have enough of them, but so let's say if you put a core inside it. 2 of them, we are at 100, we are at 96, so after that they would start having less combat readiness, which is really bad. So yeah, a beta core, alpha core, well, I just want to unassign it. There we go. Lux heavy fighter. So they're using Lux heavy fighter. Should we use Lux heavy fighters or should we start? So what's the speed of these? 220, that's pretty fast. This one's a 335 and this one's flash bomber. Proximity charge launcher. I like the idea of that. Automated ship, right. Here it says that automated ship requires specialist equipment and expertise to maintain. In a fleet attacking sense, they are virtually useless, with their maximum combat readiness being reduced by 100. That pretty much means that if you capture a whole bunch of these and then you drop this skill, they're gonna be useless. Right, let's see if we can restore them. 86k. 103k, that's fine. I don't really have the... What do we have for weaponry though? Medium missile. Small, well, I'll probably fit you like what I would usually do. Oh, by the way, are these AI controlled? Oh yeah, this is an autonomous AI heavy fighter. So that means it probably doesn't lose crew when it blows up. That's really good. Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna play with these a little bit later, but for now, let's see. So we'll need some... I'll probably not put anything on them. Like, I'll probably go something like... Either do like the proximity charge launcher. How good is that? I have no idea. Breach, Atropos, Harpoon, Sabot. Yeah, is there even weapon like that? In any case, I'm gonna leave them here for now. As well as my drawers. And we're gonna do some missions. Well, should I take a big fleet just in case? I could. We are gonna go explore, right? Should we take our exploratory vessels then? Yeah, sure, let's take our exploratory vessels. We're probably being sent all the way out yonder or whatever. This thing has 6 of these, but that's like almost 10 per each one, so that's pretty high cost. But you know what? Let's take a big fleet here. There we go. And this thing surely... Okay, let's leave one of the drawers, and then we will need my crew here, my supplies, that's fine. I can start leaving weapons here. There we go, because this will be my staging ground for the remnant fights, right? There we go. Do we have enough people? We do. We actually have way too much. Okay, let's drop like 1,000 of them. There we go. Okay. Fuel looks okay. Yes. I need to build... Let's see. I need to build way stations here. I need to build way stations so I can resupply. There we go. Let's see, anyone here wanted to talk with us? Yeah, none of these are really interesting. Okay, cool. So my fleet's back together. I guess Melganor can go back in its ship. Where is Melganor? There. And I don't know. Do we have an empty Aurora? Not really. And I let Neo fly this thing, although it's not ideal, but it's gonna be good enough. Okay, cool. Not 100% like happy with my officers' skills, but it's gonna be okay. Okay then, Sebastian. Time to do a story mission. So we have one story mission. If you go under story here, well, we have the red planet. That can wait a little bit. That's not main story. But we have this extract researcher mission that way back we did it like somewhere here, and then there was a whole bunch of these fleets attacking us, and the game told us jump out, use the transverse jump, and I was like no, and then I took one fleet down and I felt like I'm gonna take some more, but then I changed my mind basically because, well, it took a long time and I wanted to do some other stuff, so yeah, here we are. The Freighter 2 suffers damage from the storm. That's not a problem. Okay, this is like kind of a problem though, I don't like to see it. Can we like wiggle our way out of it? We actually can. What's this? Jenna? I think we are still quite far away actually. In the middle of nowhere. So yeah, one remnant fight and already 26 minutes. That's quite something. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna get some nice story. Hopefully we can complete it in this episode. Would be fun. I'll need to refuel as well. Hello there. Right, open the comp directory, talk to Sebastian. Hello, Captain, I just got the news. Sebastian pauses for a moment, as if expecting you to know exactly what he's talking about. I have no idea, that was like 3 years ago. From logistics, they just received the instrument package from your fleet for AI defense studies. You not to acknowledge the transfer of material as per your mission requirements. Good job. No, great job. The finance department should release payment immediately. He seems a little disappointed that you aren't as excited as he is, but he shrugs and soldiers on. Yeah, I don't think this is the mission. Okay, let's continue here. Okay, recover instrument package completed. Okay, we got some reputation here. We're gonna get some wasted reputation, but that's okay. Oh, Captain, Sebastian looks uncharacteristically gloomy. I heard about what happened. I feel so bad for the cybernetic psychology department. I'm sure they're devastating. He looks downcast on the datapad in front of him. Okay, well, I guess we were looking for some department and they got destroyed or something. I don't know, give him a moment. Science team transport completed. Ah yes, we should carry on. It's what they would have wanted. He lifts his datapad pad back up and taps it once on his desk. And the report from the replacement researchers about your performance was his queen's, satisfactory on the whole. And with the data you collected from the outpost side, his mood is improving rapidly, you note. The mission isn't a total failure. I mean, look at all of this. He taps excitedly at things on the display you can see, and I've been authorized to release your payment in full. So yeah, we got some research data. The science team transport. Alright, we transported the science team to some planet and they collected some data, right? Okay, next one. Oh, Captain. Ransom researcher completed. Okay, we ransomed the researcher from either pirates or Ludic Pat. Okay. Captain, thank you for returning. Sebastian freezes, then lowers his voice. For returning the researcher. Provost Baird will be very pleased. She's restarting the hyperspace. Well, I shouldn't ruin it. I'm sure there's a proper announcement when they're all ready. Okay, so something weird is going on. So this is the story progression mission with it. So we extracted the researcher. That's the one who told us about the trans drive. This is the icon for it. Sebastian points excitedly at the datapad in his hand. Captain, I've just got word from logistics that your crew has delivered the advanced phase conversion prototype. Intact! They're going to be exacted in extradynamics. Okay, acquire artifact. We grab this one from Pirates or something. No. And then we recovered a derelict artifact. Okay, we found the thing and space resonance lab was the department was looking for. Another not important mission. And now let's ask about a mission. All right. Academician Sebastian taps at the datapad. Let me look at what we've got lined up for today. Oh, he puts down the datapad and looks at you confused. It's the Provost Baird wants to speak with you, he says. He picks up the datapad again, examines it and puts it down in person as soon as possible. So Provost doesn't really talk a lot with us unless we do something good. So we must have done something really good that Provost wants to talk to us. But that's because we extracted that researcher, I believe. Or maybe because we maxed out the Sebastian's reputation or both, I'm not sure. Anyhow. How about a mission? Oh no, that's quite impossible. I mean, she's literally can't do anything until the Provost enables your contract code again. Sebastian holds up his datapad, which practically glows with a string of bright the night codes. See? And so a landing slot has been cleared for whenever you're ready. So we have to go and talk to the Provost Baird. So we're gonna take a shuttle to Provost Baird. Let me see if I talk to Sebastian. Oh, he cannot give me any more jobs. Okay. I was wondering if we can go around it, but we can't. You find a junior academy agent pacing in the landing bay reception lounge. As soon as you enter, they look relieved and walk quickly to meet you. Captain, thank you for coming. The Provost will want to see you immediately. If you would just follow me this way, thank you. Okay. The academy agent leads you through a series of back hallways and secure lifts towards the administrative suites occupied by Provost Baird at the core of the station. You are led past diamond matrix windows through which you can see vistas of the current internet canyons of Galatia Academy Station. The light dims and you approach the front waiting room of the office of the Provost. It's filled with representatives of the most well-connected of the Persian sector, whose eyes focus on an interlooper like the beam array of a Paladin PD system. Paladin PD system is a large slot, a large medium slot, and you can put a Paladin point defense system in, and it's kind of insane against fighters, I guess, but that's about it. The self-assured march of the junior agent seemed to but she gave us a look as the system, right? The self-assured march of the junior agent seems to project the impression that you're performing some adjutant role. Your presence is immediately ignored. You enter the inner office. Ah, Captain Neumer. Provost Anahita Baird stops something away on her desk interface and turns to address you. I'm pleased that you've come to meet with me, and for all that work you've done for my project. She lowers her head just a degree. You don't think I'd be wasting your time with make work, did you? She considers a moment. Well, there was some. Noise had to be introduced to the system to ensure that an outside observer would not immediately identify you as my agent. So we did a lot of important work for her, and well, a lot of work that was just served as a noise, so somebody investigating into the matter would not notice. So those artifacts we were retrieving were probably just noise. Which brings us to the subject I wish to discuss. Please, make yourself comfortable. Baird motions to a set of seats around a table carved from the root structure of some great tree. Hand carved by the looks of it, the work of ludic artisans. They do fine work, she says. Whatever their misplaced devotion. Okay, she doesn't appreciate their faith, but she appreciates their hand craftsmanship. She claps her hands together, turning to business. You've proven you can be trusted, and now I ask you to take a more active role in my great work. And what is this great work? Saving the Persian sector. She is content to let the words hang in there for a moment. I don't ask that you like me, and I won't make a sanctimonious appeal to emotions. What I ask you that you recognize rationally that I'm pursuing a course of action unburdened by factual demands. Indeed, this will be the foremost effort to ensure the survival of our civilization from collapse. Well, that sounds very dramatic indeed. We will not be saved by a retreat to homesteads on a fragile balls of rock, nor by an arms race which throws precious resources into the fires of interfactional squabbling. We have to reach beyond the known, develop theories that shatter all that has come before, apply radical technologies to ensure our survival. We must reach further and higher than the domain ever dared. As she speaks, she raises her eyes up towards some abstraction. This, you think, is something she believes in. Tell me more. Your task will not be so simple from here on out. I expect you to be clever, to adapt to circumstances in pursuing the objectives I lay out. And she pauses for a moment, considering, before continuing in a tone colder than before. No matter what you have to do, as long as you pursue the mission goal, I will see that you are rewarded. Securing the future is worth anything. Okay, what do you need done? Money speaks a lot to me, so yep, what do you need to be done? My predecessor, Provost Thomas Kalichor, led a series of misguided hyperspace manipulation experiments. How to put it in a layman's terms. Baird looks troubled to have to do this size, then speaks. Captain, your ships fly through hyperspace with special engines. The gate network of the domain was similar, but also very different. Kalichor thought there might be a way to use Starship hyperdrives to reopen the gates. Obviously, it went terribly wrong, and the Galatia system was cut off from the hyperspace when the jump points were disrupted beyond usability. Though, we hear some Yahoo found a way to cross unstable jump points, which is beyond irresponsible considering the chance of resonance cascade. I apologize, this is irrelevant. What matters is that once this mess was finally cleared up, the hegemony descended on the Galactic Academy with a technological inspection fleet. Well, I know how that is. They tore the place apart. Well, I destroyed their fleet before they could tear my place apart. But continue. Arrested the heads of the hyperphysics department and several labs, and of course took Provost Kalichor in for questioning. She turns away and, with little delay, sentencing. So that's how she came to be the commander here, I guess. Her predecessor was sentenced probably to that. He was a fool and too trusting, Baird says with contempt. Nonetheless, we lost good people and good research. Scientific breakthroughs are built on the development of theory and, yes, even negative results. I need you to recover Kalichor's secret archive. We need his data from that experiment and all the others that led up to it. The hegemony will have kept it. They keep everything. Evidence, you see. We shall also need academician Sila Koros. She was a hyperspace physics researcher, the keystone of the theory from behind the jump point experiments. The hegemony, small-minded as they are, only arrested team leaders in the first sweep. They didn't understand that the underlying theory being tested was largely written by one particular academician who was not suitable for leadership. I need you to find her. Okay, so we need to find the Kalichor archive from the hegemony, and we need to get any leads on the Sila Koros. Yeah, the scientist which was working on the technology. So we are looking to replenish the technology to travel through the gates instead of through the hyper things. Anyhow, how do I get the Kalichor archive from the hegemony? Following the aftermath of the Galaxia experiment, the hegemony technological inspectors seized everything they thought looked suspicious, and they do like to keep records. The most direct approach would be to get access to the data vaults of the Ministry of Technological Standards. They're who you might call the AI inspectors, among other roles. Not trivial, she looks amused, but it's been done before. I have an old acquaintance who has been rising quickly in the Tritakion executive ladder. His name is Ryan Arroyo, based out on Eokubras. He may be compelled to assist us with a human asset on this front. I'll forward you to the contact information. She taps for a moment on her desk interface. Okay. Let us say that his future career opportunities are on the line. Mention me. If you're firm but discreet, I believe you will find him more than willing to assist. Oh boy. So we're gonna blackmail the dudes to help us out? Sure. Ryan Arroyo, got it. You want me to blackmail a Tritakion executive? That's fine. Like 2 months ago, we blew up a whole hegemony inspection fleet. Don't worry about little blackmail, right? Ryan Aurora. Got it. Okay, he compromised corporate security to advance his career over our rival. He understands the value of the deal he made with me. She almost smiles. You will find him quite cooperative once you get past his inflated sense of self-importance. Okay, do you have any leads on this Sila Koros? Sila Koros? As for Prodigy of Galatia, Bart trades off. Is that regret? The look quickly disappears. Koros was always an odd fit. Brilliant, yes, but she had a way of being distracted with involvement in antagonistic subcultures. Baird waves a hand, dismissing the matter as sociological fluff. Perhaps the hegemony crackdown cured her of that childish something. Her family affectation. Good job, Neo, good job. English is hard for me. Her family and presumably friends, you wonder for a moment if Baird has any of those, are from Fickenheld in the Western East system. You could start there. Okay, so we're gonna go and threaten her family and friends to find Sila here. Okay. Bart thinks for a moment, then says, if you were seen looking for Koros, then you might be contacted by others who are looking for her. That could be useful. You could cut a deal, get some leads. Alternatively, her department was operating experimental packages in the Epsilon Abaddon system. We have detected some ongoing telemetry that suggests these instruments are still in use by someone, though it isn't clear who. She taps her desk interface. I've sent you the coordinates. The Provost looks at you over her spectacles. How do you want to handle this, Captain? Are you a diplomat or an explorer? Do you want to find the probes in the Epsilon Abandon system or talk your way through this on Fickenheld? I don't know. Usually we take the exploration path, but let's take the diplomatic path this time. Baird nods. I thought so. There's no problem, you just don't believe you can talk your way through, is there? There's no problem you don't believe you can talk your way through, is there? If you want to change your approach, you must let me know so that I can ensure you have all the information you require. Right, so I have to come back to her to change my goals, so the story interaction elements can like switch, right? So if you want to change the quest line, basically we have to come to her and tell her, okay, I tried talking to them, but they didn't budge, so can you please let me know where the abandon is? Talk to associate of Sila Koros on Fickenheld to find a lead to her location or attract attention from someone who knows where she is. When you do find Sila, I expect her to be unwilling to cooperate. I have provided you with an encrypted message. It is a personal appeal from myself to her. It should prove persuasive. I'm sure. Will I be blackmailing Koros for you? No, I'm sure it will. Indeed, says the Bard, looking at you closely. Baird, not Bart. Her trepidation is a rational response to previous events. The investigation arrests the show trial of culture, but conditions have changed and she is needed if we are to escape from stagnant local maxima. Bart turns to the window. I will call Sila, will answer. She says a proclamation. Find the culture archive, find Sila Koros. Once you have accomplished both of these missions, the project can proceed to the next phase. Baird smiles, and that's when things get exciting. So we got one story point here, surely that will be useful in our quest. So that's all. So what's the project? Bart's smile does not reach her eyes. You'll see. Okay, so that was a lot of story. Right, so we got 2 new missions here. So we got 2 new story missions. We have to find Scylla and we have to get the College Shore archive, but this video is like pretty longish. Not sure how long these missions will be, but they might be long. Sometimes they're short, sometimes they're long, so I'm gonna make a cut here. But anyhow, I read a lot of story. I need to get some drink, maybe a little bit. So yeah, I'll see you back tomorrow for the continuation. So we'll be doing some questing here now. That's gonna be pretty interesting, finally progressing the story. And I'm gonna be building up my planets, hopefully start making some nice cash from them. Right now they pretty much suck, but we're paying a lot of hazard pay. If we stop paying hazard pay, they're gonna grow slower, but we will be getting a lot of credits. But for now I'm fine with this. Anyhow, that's gonna be it for this episode. Pretty interesting, the plot unravels. I know a little bit more of the story, but after some point I stopped playing last time, so I don't know everything. So yeah, should be interesting for us to explore these things together. So yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. That will make me very, very happy. In the meantime, I wish you all to have a wonderful day, do something nice. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Neomer signing out. Bye bye.